what is happening on Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and today I want to talk about some free agency stuff. I know that I was going to talk about my thoughts on the combine, but I lost my train of thought, and I thought the free agency was the next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday. So, yeah, that's a little bit of my fault. So, but today I just want to talk about some big news over this week, and who the Vikings could get in free agency. So, first and foremost, in the I think it was, I want to say Thursday. Yeah, Thursday into Friday. Antonio Brown was going to the Buffalo Bills until he tweeted that this was, fake news and all that. Just when, the Steelers and the Bills were trying, getting close to an agreement. Um, After he made that tweet, the Bills, were like, no, no. And I think it was probably for the best for them because Antonio Brown is really a big diva. Um, I don't know exactly where he's going to go. He's definitely not going to be with the Steelers. I do think most likely he's going to be with the Raiders just because they have 3 first-round picks. He is someone's going to definitely have to give up a first-round pick for Antonio Brown most likely, and but he also tweeted that he wanted to be with a contender. Now the Raiders are right now not a contender. There, but there was another team that Antonio Brown was, talking about that uh, he could that are interested in him, which is the Philadelphia Eagles. I read about. Um, I don't know what their situation is and how much cap space they have, but if he's looking for a team that can contend, then the Eagles would also make sense. But I don't. But they do not have an extra first rounder, which I think would be very key to have. But and also there is also the possibility of the Green Bay Packers, which is really my worst nightmare. Um, if Antonio Brown goes to the Green Bay Packers, I'm gonna lose it. It's one thing for Khalil Mack to go to the Chicago Bears, but it's another thing for Antonio Brown to go to the Green Bay Packers. So hopefully that does not happen. So that's the Antonio Brown um, news. I think he's most likely going to the Raiders just because they have the extra first round picks. But if he wants to go to a contender, then Philadelphia could be a possibility. Um, Also, um, Case Keenum got is going to the Washington Redskins. Um, the for so the Redskins get Case Keenum because of Alex Smith, possibly not playing football ever again because there has been some complications with his knee. Um, and the Broncos will get a 6th and 7th round pick in the 2020 NFL draft. So very interesting there. So that means Case Keenum will be playing the Minnesota Vikings in US Bank Stadium next season. So I can't wait for that. And but maybe if Adrian Peterson decides to resign with the Redskins, you know he would also be playing against us. Now I have heard the possibility of Adrian Pearson maybe joining the Bears because if they get rid of Jordan Howard, then they can get Adrian Pearson first, second running back, backup running back. That's what I meant to say. Behind Cohen, I don't think that's most likely not going to happen just because Adrian Pearson likes to get a lot of the reps, and um, I don't think that's. I mean, he would be behind Cohen most likely, so I think he should stay with the Redskins. So, um, final thing I want to talk about is the Minnesota Vikings and who can they get in free agency. I have some listed. So my first one is Trent Brown, offensive tackle from the New England Patriots. Um, that would be great to get him. Um, he, the Patriots offensive line is one of the best. They always make sure they can protect Tom Brady. Any of the offensive tackles, any of those linemen. I would love. And Trent Brown's gonna be a free agent, so I wanna see maybe we can get him. And then also a center from the Denver Broncos, Matt Paradis. Oh, hopefully I said that right. Um, so Gary Kubiak had some had some time to spend with him during when they won the Super Bowl 50. That would make a lot of sense. Also, Gary Kubiak is the offensive advisor now, so um, that would be great. And then sorry, I wrote this down. Mitch Morse, offense tackle from the Chiefs. Um, Pro Football Focus ranked him as the 40th ranked um, free agent, so that could also be an option. And then just a linebacker that we could possibly get, Quan Alexander from the uh, Bucks, who's also going to be a free agent, just because Anthony Barr is mostly not going to be with the Vikings next year, and we need to fill that void somehow. But I think that's most likely going to be in the draft. But you never know. It can be free agency, so that's another possibility I'm looking at. So a lot of offensive linemen, uh, most likely maybe for free agency. Also definitely going to get offensive linemen in the draft. Hopefully the first round. So hopefully Rick Spillane knows what he's doing, and just hopefully we can just make some good moves and be in the a position like we were a couple years ago when we were almost made it to the Super Bowl. Um, the, so yeah, this has been Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and as always, Skol.